Hi, I'm Katrina, and this is Boldly Challenging Ableism. I'm your host, Katrina Simon. I'm the Community Program Specialist at the Institute on Community Integration at the University of Minnesota. This program explores various topics that impact people with disabilities in our community. Each episode addresses a different aspect of our society within the context of ableism. Ableism is the prejudice that stems from the belief or belief system that assumes someone is less capable or less worthy because of a real or perceived difference in ability or function. On this program, we hope to answer some questions you may have been afraid to ask, or maybe some you didn't even know you had. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy the conversation. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today on the podcast. We're really excited to be here today because we've got a great guest. My name is Katrina, and I'm your host. Today, our guest is Joe Carr, and I pretty much met Joe through Facebook. We have met in person one time, I think, at Gillette. I think we were both there. And Joe has something called Joe's Lemonade Stand that benefits Gillette Children's. And I have known about it for a long time because Joe and his followers have a prolific Facebook presence. And Joe is so busy and does so many cool things that I just really wanted to have him on the podcast. And then my friend Bob's wife, Jen, was Joe's teacher a couple years ago. And I asked her about talking to Joe one time. And she's like, you just got to talk to him. He's the greatest guy. So today we're going to get to do that on the podcast. We're so excited that you joined us today, Joe. Welcome to Boldly, Joe. We're so honored to have you on the podcast, and we waited so long. Thank you for coming to Boldly.
Hello, Katrina. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast.
We were so glad you could come. We were like, we think we're going to ask him, but we're worried that he's going to be too busy because probably everyone wants to talk to him about his lemonade stand and about his cool stuff that he's doing. Because you're doing so much stuff. All right. Can you start out by telling us what your name is and how old you are? Well, we already know your name. How old are you?
My name is Joe Carr, and I'm 21 years old.
And can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm in my final year of school. I'm sad that it's ending, but excited about my future. I'm a disability advocate and a cerebral palsy warrior. I was Richfield's Citizen of the Year in 2023. I like connecting with special needs families. Most importantly, I'm a human, not an object.
Joe and I actually met a couple years ago at Gillette because I think we were both there. But what made me want to interview Joe is that he has Joe's Lemonade Stand, and it's a very, very profitable lemonade stand. Probably the most profitable lemonade stand I know about. And then my friend Bob is married to Jen. And I think Jen is one of your teachers at Transition Plus, right? Or was. She's retired now, but I think she was, right? Yep. And one time I was at Bob's house, and I asked Jen if she knew Joe, because Joe's kind of famous because of the lemonade stand and because he was on the news last year. And Jen said, well, Joe's just the greatest person to interview. And I thought, well, I got to interview Joe then. And that is how I ended up asking Joe to be on the podcast. And then we were all set to do it. And then we both got COVID one day apart, even though we were never together. And we've never seen, well, we have seen each other in person one time, but we were not together. But we just happened to get COVID one day apart, which I thought was kind of weird. And that's the story of how Joe came on the podcast. All right. You have some guidelines for how you would like people to interact with you. And you call it wheelchair etiquette. Can you tell our listeners what it says?
My guidelines are, 1. Don't make assumptions about me. Just ask. 2. Please talk to me like you would anyone else. 3. I'm not an inspiration just for existing. 4. My wheelchair doesn't define who I am. 5. Respect me by seeing the person, not the chair. 6. Ask questions. Don't assume you know my story. 7. I'm just living my life. No pity, please. 8. See me for who I am, not what you think I am. 9. I'm not your feel-good story. I'm a person. 10. Let's have a real conversation. Just talk to me. Basically, the whole thing says to treat me the same way you want to be treated.
All right, those are very interesting. Can you tell us where they came from and why they were needed?
I was getting tired of people treating me like I'm different and special, because honestly it made me feel excluded and feel like nothing to them. A lot of times people who know people with disabilities call them inspiring or claim that they're always supposed to be happy. I needed this because I don't want to be known for that type of stuff anymore, and I just want to be treated with dignity and respect.
All right, thank you. So, you're also an athlete and you do racing. Can you tell us what you've learned from that?
My team Triumph Minnesota is an inclusive athletic organization that allows individuals of all abilities to experience endurance events, such as 5K races, triathlons, and 6 meters, 4 marathons. It fosters a sense of community by pairing captains, individuals with disabilities, with angels, able-bodied athletes, who assist them throughout the event. Using adaptive equipment like racing chairs, rafts, or bikes, my team Triumph ensures captains can fully participate. The organization promotes inclusion, friendship, and the joy of racing, emphasizing the importance of teamwork. Minnesota's chapter is part of a larger national movement to empower individuals with disabilities through athletic participation. It's an inspiring group that shows the power of connection and breaking barriers in sports. What I've learned from racing with my team Triumph is that you always need to do your best and work hard towards the finish line.
All right, excellent. I love it. So you are 21 right now, and we, in the state of Minnesota, we have transition programs that let people stay in the same school district until they're 22. So this is your last year of your transition program. Can you tell us about what that experience was like?
So, what I've learned at my Transition Plus program is how to get ready for life on your own. Some examples are how to get a job and how to buy or rent an apartment. During my time at T Plus, I've accomplished writing my name, going down in the elevator by myself, trying out the bikes in the weight room, doing wrist weights and dumbbells, even taking Tylenol by mouth. My individual educational plan, known as an IEP, in school has helped me at home. For example, I was able to wipe my face, wipe my hands, wash my tray, wipe the remote, take my tray off, and drink my one medicine.
All right, so you accomplished a lot at your transition program.
Whoa.
You also have a business called Joe's Lemonade Stand. Can you tell us about that? And you can start at the very beginning. We want to hear it all.
I had a big surgery at Gillette Children's where I'm a patient. I had an incredible care team like I normally do. So I wanted to figure out a way to give back to the hospital that has always been by my side. So I created a lemonade stand at my house for other Gillette patients. The first couple of years I raised money for gas cards, but when the pandemic hit, not a lot of people were driving. So I decided to raise money for new adaptive bikes for all of the amazing kiddos at Gillette Children's. Over the past 9 years I raised $70,656 for Gillette Children's.
Whoa, that's so much money. That's like a lot of people, that's their salary for like the year. And you raised it with lemonade stands. That's amazing. You do the lemonade stand with somebody named Bill. Where did you meet Bill? Or is it Bob? I think it's Bill. I'm pretty sure it's Bill. Yeah, it's Bill? Okay.
I've met him when he was my kindergarten para, and now he comes over a couple hours during the summer to hang out with me.
Oh, I love that. You met him in kindergarten. That's amazing. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for letting me make you type that all out. I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
And you were on Care 11. Boyd Hooper did a story on you, didn't he?
He did.
Yep, he did. Cool. So, Joe, you said you've been doing Joe's Lemonade Stand for 9 years, right?
Yes, this year we're celebrating a decade.
Okay, so this will be the big decade at Joe's Lemonade Stands. Yeah, all right. And it's at your house, right?
Yes.
Okay, and we don't have a date yet for this year, but it's always in June, right?
Right.
Yep. Okay, and will you be doing anything special for it this year since it's the 10th one?
I don't know yet.
Okay, still in the planning phases. Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell people that might want to go to Joe's Lemonade Stand about Joe's Lemonade Stand?
Please come have some lemonade for Gillette Children's.
So there's a Facebook page that everybody else can check out that's called Joe and Bill's Lemonade Stand for Gillette Children's. And that'll have all the information on it. So when it's June and you're hot and you want to have some lemonade, you'll just know where to go to get it.
Joe and Bill's Lemonade Stand for Gillette Children's.
Joe, I never make it to Richfield because it's really far away and it's hard to get there. But I'm going to try this year. I'm going to try extra hard. All right. Hope to see you there. Maybe we could do a field trip. Because we don't do that many field trips. It'd be fun.
Maybe.
We're gonna get us all in a van. Maybe we'll do our best. Hey, is Boyd Hooper gonna come?
Maybe.
Maybe he's gonna come. Okay. Well, I want to meet him because he seems like a nice guy. Yeah. Yeah, he is. Okay. Well, he always seems nice on the news, so I'd love to just meet him in person. All right. Well, we'll try to do an ICI field trip. You are one of the youngest entrepreneurs that I know of, disability or no disability. What can you tell others who also want to make a difference in their community?
Find a charity you want to donate to, or simply have a stand with your favorite food or drink.
You have a bright future ahead of you. Can you tell us what your plans are?
My plans are to live at home for a while and hopefully get some sort of job with Gillette.
Awesome. All right, before we wrap up here, what else do you want people to know about you or about disabilities or about your relentless optimism?
One of the most important things I want people to know about me is how deeply committed I am to being there for special needs families. As someone with a disability, I have had the opportunity to walk alongside others who face similar challenges. I understand how difficult it can be to navigate the world when things aren't always set up for you to succeed. And I know it's not just the individual with a disability who faces those challenges, but the whole family. It can be overwhelming, exhausting, and sometimes isolating. That's why I believe it's so important to create spaces where families feel supported and heard. I've always felt that if there's one thing I can do, it's to be that person who listens, shows up, and offers a helping hand. Whether it's sharing my story or simply offering words of encouragement, I want families to know they aren't alone in their journey. I know the struggles are real. There are tough days, tough moments, and tough decisions, but I also know that there is so much strength in resilience and in connection. For me, optimism isn't about ignoring the challenges. It's about embracing them and choosing to see the value in each experience. It's about finding strength in community, knowing that together we can get through anything. There are no quick fixes or easy answers, but there is always hope, always the potential for growth, and always room for love. Optimism comes from showing up for each other, from making sure no one feels left out or forgotten. It comes from supporting special needs families in ways that truly matter, whether that's by being a friend, an advocate, or a compassionate ear when things get tough. I've seen firsthand how powerful it is when we lift each other up. So, whether it's offering advice, providing a sense of comfort, or just being a reminder that better days are ahead, I want to make sure every family knows that they matter, their struggles are seen, and their victories, no matter how big or small, are worth celebrating. Disabilities are just part of the picture, but love, community, and support are what make the journey worthwhile. That's the kind of optimism I hold on to, the kind that's rooted in real connection and understanding.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Joe. We really loved having you on the podcast. I think can I ask you maybe a couple shorter questions? Like how many people you live with?
I live with my mom and dad and my sister Eleanor.
Okay. And are you the oldest or the youngest?
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest. All right. And would you say you got your drive to be so passionate and compassionate towards other people that are going through a similar journey to you from your parents?
Honestly, I got it from seeing the hard work that my Gillette buddies put in.
That is a solid place to get it from. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the movie Out of My Mind. Out of My Mind was a book by Sharon. Is a book. It still is. It's a book by Sharon Draper, and it's about a girl in like middle school, and she has cerebral palsy, and she is in a a segregated classroom, and she makes her way into a mainstream classroom, and it's about how she's very bright and how she has a lot to bring to the classroom and a lot of reasons to be in mainstream, but also there are some challenges, and everybody, I would say, in the story learns, both her and her classmates and their family, and it's just a beautiful story, both in book and in movie form. It's exciting because they used an actor that has cerebral palsy to play the lead role, so that's exciting. And then a lot of people have said in the past that we really don't, when we try to put communication difficulties on the screen, we don't do a very good job. And everybody that I know that saw the movie thought that they did an excellent job in this film. So it's a really good film.
Out of My Mind is such a good example about how to treat and include someone with a disability.
I thought so too, and it just came out right around Thanksgiving, I think, is when it came out, and almost everybody that I know said that it was a really good example of some of the things that they went through. I thought it was a really good movie. And then you went to the Gillette premiere thing, right?
I did.
And was it neat to be able to watch it with other people who had also had that experience?
Absolutely.
I missed it because I was working. So I'll be there the next time they do it, maybe, and I'll be at the Gillette screening.
Wow.
And maybe we'll see each other again, like we saw each other in the waiting room a couple of years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, well, because I feel like we both spend a lot of time in waiting rooms. So one of these days we'll have to meet each other there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the movie is available on the Disney Plus streaming platform. I'm embarrassed to say that because I have Disney Plus, I don't know if it's also available on other streaming platforms. But as far as I know, Disney right now does not put their films on other platforms because they want you to buy theirs. And then the book was be available at any bookstore. And I think there's a sequel and maybe a third one. I'm not sure. To be perfectly honest, I didn't read the book. I did see the movie though. The movie is called Out of My Mind, and it came out in November of 2024. The book is also called Out of My Mind, and it came out somewhere in the 2000s. I'm not positive exactly when in the 2000s, but I think it's maybe in the early aughts or so. And they had a special screening at Gillette, and I missed it because I was at work, but Joe went. All right. Well, I think I got all my questions answered, Joe. Thank you so much for fitting us into your very busy schedule. We really appreciate it. And I'm excited to see what you do next. And I just love your positive attitude. We hope everybody tunes in next time to join us. We were really excited when you said that you would do it. We were afraid that we were not going to fit into your busy schedule. It was so nice to meet you, and we're glad you're feeling better because you just had COVID. Yeah. We hope you have a good weekend. It's Thursday, or it's Friday today. See? It's not even Thursday. It's Friday today. And so we got a weekend coming up. So that's exciting. It's going to warm up here in Minnesota, so that's nice. Yeah. Thank you also, viewers and listeners, for joining us again on Boldly, and we thank you so much for being here.
Joe and Bill's Lemonade Stand is a fundraising enterprise benefiting Gillette Children's Hospital and Clinics. It was started in 2016 by Joe Carr as an endeavor to give back to Gillette Children's Hospital and has grown into a beloved community tradition. Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare provides specialized healthcare for people who have short-term or long-term disabilities that began during childhood. They help children, adults, and their families improve their health, achieve greater well-being, and enjoy life. For more information about the Lemonade Stand, search for Joe and Bill's Lemonade Stand for Gillette Children's on Facebook or any of your preferred search engines. Thank you for listening to Boldly Challenging Ableism.
Boldly Challenging Ableism is a co-production of AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, and the Institute on Community Integration at the University of Minnesota. For more information, please visit ici.umn.edu.